Good morning, Diamond Shifters. Happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, November 6th. And we've just got a couple pieces to talk about because then I need you to get to work. This is not going to be a long live for you today. I want you to get to work today. So I've just got a couple pieces to talk about with you because I'm also going to drop something in the comments that I want you to watch and or listen to today. And that's where I want you to spend your time rather than listening to me again. So number one, it is election day. So women, you need to go vote, especially as female business owners. You need to go vote to make your voice heard. And part two of that is you need to accept that you are a female business owner. If you are in this group and you have decided that you want to build your business to diamond, you are no longer a hobby coach. You are a business coach. You are a business owner. You are a CEO. I went to most of you know, I was at the workshop this past weekend, Christy Wright's Business Boutique, which is part of the Dave Ramsey organization, part of the Dave Ramsey Solutions. And Dave Ramsey spoke to us, and one of the first pieces he said was, you are at Business Boutique. You are not at Hobby Boutique. True story. We are building businesses here that are changing lives, and you are a CEO of what is potentially a multi-million-dollar business that's sitting right there in your hands. Now, whether you want to build a multi-million-dollar business does not have any impact on the fact that it is a multi-million-dollar business sitting in your hands. Maybe you want to build a business that big, maybe you don't, but the possibility still exists. You know, it's sort of like when someone messages me and says, do I have to pay the $15 website fee? I'm just a hobby coach. Well, no, yes. Yes, you do, because the possibility of building a business still exists, whether you do anything with it or not. But because you have chosen to be in this Diamond Shift group, you have said, raise your hand and said, I want to do something with this business. That means you're a business owner, and you, whether you know it or not, whether you want to build it or not, have a multi-million-dollar business sitting in your hands. Yes, that reality is right there in your hands. You can, should you choose to do so, build a multi-million-dollar business. That means you're a female business owner, and that means you need to go vote. So whatever your politics are, it doesn't matter. You're a female, and 98 years ago, you didn't have the opportunity to go vote. Today you do. You need to go vote, period. And you need to take your daughters with you and make sure that they know that you are exercising your right as an American citizen to vote. And most importantly, you're exercising your right as a female business owner. And that is a shift I want to make sure that you are making and having in your mind. You are a business owner. You are a CEO of a multi-million-dollar business right here in your hands. And yep, it starts with pressing play. Can you see my step behind me? I'm going to press play as soon as we're finished chatting. It starts with pressing play. It starts with drinking a shake. It starts with reading a book. And you know that you're either reading Grit, Energy Bus, or Compound Effect. Reading or listening to any of those. Starts with all of that, but the potential for how it can change your life is enormous. It's enormous. Last night, my daughter did an audition here, right here in this basement, right here in this very space, for a summer intensive. They did it as a Skype call. She'd sent in an application, and then on the Skype call last night, she had to sing and dance for them. And then right there on this Skype call, they let her know if she was in, if she was going to have the opportunity to come to New York City for a week and be part of this summer intensive. It was a big deal. And she got in. And it's a really big deal. And here's the cool part. Because of this business, I didn't have to ask, how are we going to do this? How much is this? When are the payments due? Now, don't get it twisted. That doesn't mean we have money coming out our ears. I need you to understand that is not the case at all. But do understand this, that when she got that acceptance last night live, and she gets to go to New York City for this amazing summer intensive that's going to help her be a better actor, singer, dancer, performer, female, human, I don't have to wonder if I can make it happen. I can just say yes. And 10 years ago, before being a business owner, that wouldn't have happened. I said no a lot. There are opportunities that Jenna, our oldest, had, simply by being the oldest, that she had through choir, or mostly through choir, that sometimes before Beachbody, I had to say no to. And the reason I would always give her was that she was too young. You're too young to do that. I'm not comfortable with that. You're too young to do that. Because the truth was, we couldn't afford it. And I didn't want to tell her that. Now, 10 years later, because I hustle and I work and I believe in this business and I am coachable. I've worked on that. Wasn't coachable when I first started. I've worked on that. So I've been open to the evolution process of this business. Because of that, when my daughter gets an opportunity, our youngest daughter gets an opportunity now, I just say yes, because I don't have to worry if we're going to be able to pay for it, because I am a female CEO of a business, a multi-million-dollar business, and so are you. So are you. That potential and possibility is sitting in every single person's lap who is part of this group. And because you've raised your hand and said you want to build to diamond and beyond, you even more so have that possibility, because you know what's out there. There is not one coach in this group who can say, well, gosh, I don't know, can this be done? Because I've never seen that story. Yes, you have. You see it every single day. Every single day. You could Google it right now, success stories in Team Beachbody, but you don't have to. All you have to do is go to the top 200 coaches, and those coaches are changing their lives, just like you can, just like I have, with zero business experience, zero. And yet here we are, female CEOs of a multi-million-dollar company. And when you make that mindset shift, it changes everything. As long as you are still in hobby mode, that's the kind of business you will have. That's the kind of income you will create. That is not for me to say if that's bad or good. Those are your goals and your dreams and your life. But if you've raised your hand and said you want to be in this group, I have to believe that you want to be more than a hobby business. You want to be a business. And if that's the case, you have to shift your mindset. And you have to understand that a business takes work. And I don't really like the word sacrifice, because I think that has such a negative connotation. I don't feel like I'm sacrificing. I feel like I'm simply swapping out some behaviors to create a better future. Swapping out watching TV or watching, who watches The Bachelor? You guys, come on. You know there are better things that you can be doing with your life than that. I'm not sacrificing, I'm just swapping out. Maybe you're in a season of hustle right now. Maybe you'll be in a season of hustle 3 months from now. Wherever your seasons are, wherever your hustle is, whatever your goals are, you have to understand that the potential is here to build a multi-million-dollar business. If you make that mindset shift, as long as you consider this a hobby, as long as you kind of dip your toe in, as long as you kind of go, well, maybe it'll work, and I'll work really hard on Monday, but on Tuesday, I'm just going to take the day off, then that's the kind of business you will have. And again, it's not for me to say if that's right or wrong. Those are your goals. But if you truly want to build a business that changes lives, most of all your own, you have to treat it like the business that it is. It ain't hobby boutique, it's a business boutique. This is a business. When you open a business, when you become a coach, it very clearly says you are opening a business. This is your coach business account, not your coach hobby account. If you want to do that, that's totally fine. But I'm going to assume that because you're in this group, you don't. So let's consider today a mindset shift day. If you have been building a hobby business up till now, let's make a shift. Let's make a change. Because as long as you are dipping your toe kind of in, as long as you are resisting change, as long as you are not coachable, as long as you are not doing the vital behaviors every day or tracking them on the bat, then you will have a hobby business. And that's okay if that's your goal. But again, I'm going to think that that's not your goal since you're in this group. I'm going to believe that you want to do something more with this. And I'm going to believe that you can. Because if you look to your left and look to your right and look around in this business, you are finding stories of people just like you who are doing it. And speaking of those stories, yesterday I did a call with coaches throughout the network. So as I've been in this group and as I've been watching all of you and interacting with all of you and thinking about what you need, it feels like you do have a lack of stories in your life. Even though I'm telling you, if you look around, you will find the stories of the coaches who are creating life change with this business, period. They are out there. And my friends, they weren't out there when I started. And they're out there now. They're out there now. But I thought, gosh, it feels like maybe they just don't know. Maybe they just don't see, because sometimes all we see are the people who are buying the great big house or buying the second car, buying the lake home. And I don't know about you, but when I started, I'm like, freaking A, I can't even pay my bills. We talking about second home. Like, I don't have any, that was so unrelatable to me. It's really kind of unrelatable to me now because I just got the bill for Josie's college tuition next semester. Like, what the freak? But we're going to figure it out. And it's going to be through this business that we're going to figure it out. But my point is, sometimes those stories of such immense life change can feel unrelatable. But a story of a coach going from diamond to 2-star feels a little more like, yeah, I need to know about that. Or even a diamond to 5-star, like, yeah, I need to know about that. So I reached out. We have a Facebook group called The Roundtable, and it's for 5-star diamonds and elite coaches throughout the entire network. So I just reached out in the Roundtable and said, hey, friends, I'm looking for coaches who are like diamond to 2-star, diamond to 5-star, newer leaders who are newer in the business. They're coming up. I really want to talk to them. And the thread just went crazy in that particular Facebook group. So many coaches generously volunteering their time and their knowledge to share what they have done to build from maybe a diamond to a 2-star, diamond to a 5-star. So yesterday, I moderated a call with we didn't even get to everyone that could speak. It was like 10 of them, but I don't even know if there's like a dozen in the group that want to speak. I think we only got a chance to speak with like 7. I kept it to an hour. And these are all coaches who in the last year and a half, okay, so these are newer coaches in the business, year and a half, have gone from diamond to either 2 or 5-star in the business. So much more relatable to me than someone who went like as cool as and aspirational as I think Emily Favre's story is, to go from a diamond to a superstar diamond in like 3 months feels like an anomaly to me. I want to know about the person going from diamond to 2-star, diamond to 5-star. How are we making that shift? So those are the people that I wanted to talk to. Those are the people that I wanted to bring to you so you could see these stories. I think sometimes those smaller stories, they're big, but those smaller stories get lost in the bigness of the network. So I wanted to bring those to you. I interviewed them, I moderated them, I let them speak yesterday, and they have really amazing information, really killer content. It's an hour long. I'm going to drop the YouTube link in here, but you guys know that everything that I record and load up on YouTube is right there on my YouTube channel. So you can always just go right to my YouTube channel. Hi, Google, YouTube. Just go right to my YouTube channel and find it. And also, disclaimer, for some reason I have 2 YouTube channels. I don't even know why. Probably because back in the day I had no idea what I was doing. Most of the time I don't have any idea what I'm doing. But if you don't find it on one, just look for another one and it'll be there. And on that same YouTube channel is also the Spartan Nation playlist with all our team calls. So that'll be the right one. And I'm going to put that link here in the comments, and I want you to, for an hour, listen to that. I want you to listen to what they're saying. I want you to listen to their mindset shift. I want you to listen to the confidence and the tone of voice. I want you to listen to how they speak, and I want you to understand the shift that happened mentally for them to turn it on, because several of them have gone from diamond to 5-star in this year, 2018. Okay, so they are you. They are you. And I'm talking to them, and my friends, they are not any smarter or any more creative than any of us. They're just doing the work, and they've made the mindset shift. They've embraced the fact that this is a multi-million-dollar business and that they're going to use it to change their lives. And they went all freaking in. That's the difference. So I'm going to share that YouTube link here in the comments. I want you, as your assignment today, you don't have to watch it. Just turn it on and listen to it. But do make sure that if you're just listening, that you're in a place where you're paying attention. You're not multitasking so much that you miss their good points, because you're going to want to take some notes. But I do understand sometimes it's hard to set aside an hour to do that. So if you're just listening, make sure you've got paper or something somewhere, so when they're saying something, you can write it down and take notes, or that you listen today and maybe go back and rewatch again another day when you can take notes. But it's a ton of content. Like, we got right to it. There was not a lot of me like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I set up the call, and I'm not kidding. We dove right into it. I don't know if any of you watched it live yesterday. So about 200 coaches were on the Zoom call yesterday, and we dove right into it, and they offered content. And then they would say something, and I thought it was not a good enough answer, and I made them dig a little bit deeper. So we really dig into some stuff, and I think you're going to find it super valuable. We're going to do part 2 in December. So your task today is to work on your mindset shift, period, and to listen/watch the video link that I'm going to drop in here and use it to help you understand the potential and possibility you have sitting in your lap. And until you understand that, embrace it and go 100% all in and make that mindset shift that you are a female CEO of a multi-million-dollar business. It's going to be a hobby business for you. And while that's okay, that's not what we're here to build in this particular group. You're in the wrong group if you're building a hobby business. Sorry about you. It's the truth. So I will put that link right here in the comments. Really amazing stuff, killer content. Also, those coaches that spoke, they might be really great coaches for you to follow on social media. I know I don't have to tell you that. I'm sure you're connecting the dots. When you're seeing Logan Underwood or Jamie Glassman speak, you're probably going to think to yourself, well, I should follow them on social media because what they're doing is working. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that, but the mom and me is going to tell you that anyway. So when you see them, if they're resonating with you, go follow them on social media. See what they're doing that's working. Do not imitate it. Let it inspire you. Because if they were a diamond in January and they're a 5-star in November, common sense says something that they're doing is working, right? It just does. So, take a look at what they're doing and how can you implement something that they're doing on their stories and on their feed into your business that will help you grow. That's how we get better, because we watch and we learn and we evolve and we grow and we get better every single day. So I'll drop that right here in the comments. You're working on your mindset today. And then what I would love for you to do is, as you listen and watch that video, to please below this video, share your takeaways, your aha moments. Please don't think it has to be anything groundbreaking, but maybe you heard something that clicked. Maybe you heard a tip that you're going to implement. Something that clicked for you in that hour-long video. I would love for you to share in the comments sometime between today and tomorrow morning, so that maybe what clicked for you didn't connect with someone else, but when they read it and they hear and they see that it clicked for you, they think, yes, I didn't see it that way. And we learn from each other. It's a constant culture of learning from each other. Cool? All right, so I'm going to put that YouTube link right here below. You're going to listen/watch. You're going to take notes, and you're going to write down your ahas, and you're going to share those in this comments. And today, you're going to shift your mindset, and you're going to get after it, because it's November 6th. You're going to go vote because you're a female entrepreneur, because you're a female, and because you're a human that lives in America, and that is your right to do so. And if you don't do that, you're saying, I just give up my right to change the world or complain. So don't be that person. Go vote today. I want to see your vote stickers. I want to see your aha moments from the YouTube. And if you have questions to ask to these coaches as you're watching it, please write those too, because when we do part 2 in December, we can ask them. All right? Sound good? Let's make it a great Tuesday. Happy Election Day. Talk to you later.